What is up, YouTube? Welcome to this Sherlock Season 4, Episode 2, The Lying Detective episode review. So this episode was absolutely fantastic. A real return to form after last week's. Now, I did enjoy last week's, but I do prefer it when Sherlock is out solving proper cases and crimes, but I understand that they had to wrap up the story of Watson's wife there, and well, she was still in this episode. So yeah, they couldn't keep her away, and I imagine it was awkward for Martin Freeman filming with her because apparently they were having a relationship throughout the very recently. So yeah, that's a bit awkward. But this episode was very, very good. So we had the Toby Jones, who was actually advertised for this season. I expected was going to be the whole season villain, but well, he wasn't. And we had a opening episode which we didn't really expect, but we get to see the fantastic Toby Jones in this episode, albeit he wasn't at his complete best, I didn't think, possibly due to the character. The character was very much a play on Jimmy Savile, who was a UK, you know what, just Google him. I'm not going to discuss him in depth because he's disgusting. But it was very much a portrayal of this career celebrity who uses his fame and his infamy and his connections and power to get away with in this case, literal murder. So it's a very interesting storyline, and I kind of feel that Sherlock openly actually accusing him of this crime was a bit weird for the character, but it kind of explained it as we saw more of the DVD that Watson's wife actually left him, or left Sherlock, that is. So we kind of understood basically from that, and I think that this plot thread of him grieving and this whole relationship has come to a head. So that's it for that storyline. But we've got an even crazier storyline as we head into the third episode of this season, and is proving to be even crazier than even the Moriarty storyline. Now, I thought that it was very weird, this episode, in parts, in the way that the show was being a bit too clever with itself. I felt it kind of fell into a bit odd when we saw the landlord lady drive her, or whoever's Aston Martin, at over 90 miles an hour to go to Watson. So parts like that didn't really work. I felt they were a bit weird, a bit forced, just trying to make her kind of badass bit there, which I didn't really feel worked that well. But as a whole, the episode I really, really did enjoy. I liked the way that it was shot. We had the kind of weird drug hallucinations from Sherlock, and it just goes to show how much Watson is needed by Sherlock himself, as when the bromance was split up, he fell into a weird drug-infused depression. And obviously this was done to get Watson actually helping him. Some parts were very, very forced, I thought, when we had that whole serial killer thing, but when the show really got down to it, really got down to explaining the murders, and we saw the end monologue, or in the morgue as well, I felt that the show was really, really strong there when it really wasn't being bombastic and up its own arse for the sake of it. But at the end, we have got the big mystery. huge mystery as to the sibling of Mycroft and Sherlock. So they have a sister called Eurus, or whatever. I think it was Euros, or they have very weird names, as she actually said. So this turned out to be the person on the bus who engaged Watson in that weird sexting relationship. Now, this kind of does actually make a lot of sense that it would be her, because, well, she is obviously going to be as every bit as clever and manipulative as Mycroft and Sherlock. So it would make sense that it would take someone who is that clever, etc., to manipulate Watson to actually almost commit a very big infidelity in his relationship and go against his character. So I felt last week it was weird that that would go against his character, but here it does actually make a lot of sense and kind of explains it very well and doesn't cheapen the character of Watson. Now, we have a very big mystery here. Why did Sherlock not recognise his sister all that much? That was really strange and kind of a bit convenient there. But it's going to be very interesting moving forward in this next episode. Did she actually shoot Watson? And why did she actually do this? And why is she killing people? I guess every family needs its whole dark horse, its black sheep, which is Eurus here. And it's very strange that she hasn't been mentioned whatsoever. So does Sherlock and Mycroft know she exists? That's a very interesting thing. I think they do, and they just agree to never ever mention her. Possibly she did something in the past which was really bad, but time will only tell with that. I don't think she's killed Watson. I think what she'll probably do is stage a murder and get Sherlock to work it out, perhaps, and that will lead to a big altercation. So that's it for this video. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.